Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to your daily divine messages from Spirit. We are continuing on our soul cleansing journey, aligning with conscious love. And today we are on day 10, living harmoniously in our bliss. Living harmoniously in conscious love. So I want to, before I pull some tarot of the energies here for today, for the from spirit to the collective to the divine masculine to the divine feminine, I want to actually read an insert of a download that came through this morning, actually, about the road to conscious love. Conscious love is a journey, and it can feel like a solo journey because essentially it kind of is. A journey of self-discovery and becoming your whole authentic essence. It's about being consciously present in all that you do and how you love and all that you are. It detaches from the ego mindset around human desires and preferences, and it moves to the rhythm of the soul. Love doesn't know labels or sex or physical intimacy. Conscious love knows soul because soul is love. I want us to reflect on that today when we think about what it means to live harmoniously in our bliss, harmoniously in conscious love. We've talked about in week 2 so far what is your bliss, finding your bliss, what that means to you, what brings you bliss, what is the work that you need to do to live in bliss. And to live harmoniously in that bliss, what does that mean? To follow whatever it is in your heart that pulls you towards love, joy, even if, and it doesn't have to be anything grandiose, right? It could be something as simple as reading a book, taking a bath, going on a hike, even just sitting in silence, in gratitude, listening to nature or music, being with a friend or loved one. Whatever the case is, that is what it means to be in harmony with bliss, with your authentic, beautiful, conscious love. It's not about attaining a certain status quo. It's not about having company of your preference necessarily. It's about allowing that frequency of love, the frequency of divine love to come into focus, fruition, to follow, to invest in your joy, in yourself. I actually really love that this divine feminine here is coming into, has this Ace of Pentacles with the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, because I had this download right before I came live about investing in yourself, investing in your spiritual development, your career development, your bliss development. Sometimes even financially, sometimes it's energetically, sometimes it's giving yourself even just 60 seconds to focus on breathing. That's an investment. And the download I had about it was about the importance of recognizing the power of investing in yourself, where you might have a, let's say, a part of your bliss, a part of your purpose and passion and mission is, to have your own business. And you need to invest in your business, whether that's taking classes to strengthen your education around it, or investing in, actually, I'll give the exact download that Spirit gave me was actually, if your business is to be a performing artist. Let's say, for instance, because this might be for the divine feminines listening. Let's say here your soul bliss is around being a musician, and we all have feminine energy within us, so just remember that. Let's say that our soul mission is to be a musician, a singer, and you have this record label, this record deal that's being offered, and the team around you is the marketing team is asking for you to invest $10,000 into their marketing skills, their marketing team work, their marketing, advertising, and all of that, right? And you're like, $10,000, that's so much. And you're like, I can't, you're battling. So this is where Spirit in my download came through, was this $10,000, you have to expand your mindset from lack, from I don't have $10,000, or $10,000 is a lot to invest in, because you're giving yourself the mentality of scarcity, the mentality of poverty, the mentality that you are not worthy of being invested in. So instead, Spirit said, look at this $10,000 investment for a marketing company or a record label that's going to invest then $100,000 into you, let's say. And so then they're investing $100,000 into you. That $100,000 is going towards, your rehearsals, getting the best choreographers, the best vocalists, vocal coaches, for studio space to record. It's investing in your tour bus to go perform, because your sales from that investment, because your job as a performing artist, the money really comes from the sales of your production. right? It comes from your record sales, your ticket sales for live shows. That's why artists go on tour to not only make to promote a new album that they just spent hours and hours and hours recording, but not all of their sales come in from just the records launches, especially now that we don't really have physical CDs anymore, right? So now all their sales are coming from their tours, their shows, the tickets, their merchandise, all of that, right? So think about it. If you invest $10,000 initially for a marketing record label or company to invest $100,000 back into you so that you can then perform at your best, so that you can have the best possible outcome for your sales, so that you can then in return, let's say, cultivate a net worth of $1 million. So that $10,000 just turned into $1 million of net worth from your sales. And of course, a record label is going to have their contract of, well, we invested $100,000, so we need to take that $100,000 back. You might think that's not fair. That's $100,000 that I earned. Well, if you think about it, they invested that $100,000 into you initially. Okay, so you make that $100,000, give that $100,000 back, right? Plus the 20% agency fee of the sales. So on $1 million of sales, 20% of that is what? $200,000, I think. So you have $200,000 plus $100,000 to give back. That's $300,000. So now you have $700,000. So where is that going to go? That might have to go back to the coaches and choreographers and the your booking agent and your assistants, right? Or whatever the case is. So you might after that maybe profit perhaps, let's say, $500,000. All right. Would you still be okay with that? Would you still be okay to take home $500,000? Or maybe even, let's say, for some reason, all of your expenses after that only gave you $100,000. I say only. Gave you $100,000 after $1 million sale. Would you still be okay with the fact that you initially invested $10,000 to make $100,000 net back? Essentially, you still made, even that $10,000 that you invested in, the profit from that, even then, minus $100,000 is $990,000. That's not true. Yeah, $990,000. 10,000 minus 100,000, right? So this is what the feminine is saying here with this energy, with aligning in your bliss. Sometimes you have to living harmoniously in your bliss when you are investing in yourself, investing in your bliss. It might take a pretty penny a little bit, and it might make you pee your pants a little bit, because it might feel very scary because you may be investing in something more than you've ever invested in yourself. But guess what? You have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck living larger than life. That investment will lead you to investing in your divine purpose. I don't know if you can hear the airplane that just flew over. Yes, this is a message. That divine investment, this is coming from divine, this is for your divine mission, and you will in turn be living larger than life. Look at that. Standing on top of that house, you're outgrowing your old life, the old lack mentality, the scarcity mentality, because you no longer need this little shack anymore. You are living in a mansion, right? You are bigger and raising your vibrational frequency to the abundance of the divine. That's what this, and hierophants are about contracts. Hierophants are about traditional kind of contracts. So it's interesting that we had these cards come out as I had this download about this investment idea right before I moved into this live. So I think that that is so perfect. It never fails to be in alignment with the message. That's why I love tarot. So that is really beautiful for that feminine energy, okay? That feminine energy of conception, of thought. We manifest by receiving, allowing in. Allow yourself to invest in yourself because you will get that return that you deserve, that is called for your blueprint, that is within your blueprint of your soul mission. Yeah, really beautiful. For some of you, this might be a contract with a new job. Maybe it is an actual record label for some, or maybe a publishing label for, if you're writing a book. Maybe it's a contract for some sort of performance. I don't know. Or maybe it's something that has to do with like this could be a contract for a new marriage, right? That's a contract. Maybe it's a soul mission contract that you are investing in, a new relationship. But I'm seeing this as something as very, very 3D, very physical right now in the feminine energy that you are cultivating into manifestation. So do not be afraid. Look, you have the high priestess underneath that, which is the counterpart of the Hierophant that the masculine energy is in. Interesting. So then we have Judgment. I'm going to just take the top one here. These came out in reverse. The Five of Wands, the Hermit, and the King of Cups reversed all came out for the masculine, but I only want one card, so I'm going to take the top one that I see, and then Judgment here at the bottom. Yes, there is major transformation that is happening right now. Major transformation. I'm going to keep this in mind of this Hermit and King of Cups, because there's the competition is what I'm hearing. You might be feeling like you are in competition with everyone else who wants to be a superstar is what I'm hearing. Or, or everyone else who wants to be a professional athlete, or everyone else who wants to, be a tarot reader or an author to a book. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm hearing is you might feel like, well, how am I supposed to, like, why would I invest in myself? There are so many other authors about this particular subject, or there's so many singers and dancers and athletes and gamers, but there is no one like you. That's why this is your divine opportunity. That's what the masculine is shifting out of. That's what the masculine is transforming out of. That's what the masculine is finding and getting out of that hermit energy so that he can shine his light to its fullest, because he's seeking that wisdom. He's gaining that wisdom and truth within himself out of this emotional lack mentality shifting. Okay. Judgment is Saturn energy. The Hierophant is Capricorn energy. Saturn rules Capricorn. So some of you might have strong Capricorn in your chart, but it doesn't matter if it it doesn't, but I'm hearing take on that Capricorn energy of being, diligent with your tasks, with your responsibilities. Saturn also rules over karma and responsibilities. What karma are you reaping? What karma are you creating? Are you investing in yourself so that you can reap the abundance? Saturn is in retrograde right now at the time of this reading through the sign of Pisces, right? Pisces is all about psychic, intuitive dreams, fantasy. It's okay to really be bold. We're in Leo season right now. It's okay to be bold. We're also still in the Lionsgate portal until August 12th. And if you're watching this after, this live coming from the future, you're still in an amazing manifestation period because this message found you. So let's see here with how the collective is moving right now and living harmoniously in your bliss, in conscious love. At the end of the day, what I'm hearing with Judgment Day, when it's Judgment Day, okay, at the end of the day, when you are called back to your home land of soul, of infinity, of eternity, when you're called back to leave this earth plane, what legacy are you leaving behind? What did you invest in yourself that you will be able to make your mark on? What can you reflect? If you were called back right now, is what I'm hearing. All right. Mercury's in retrograde right now as well through the sign of Virgo. So we got a lot of just like really focusing on your work, your worthiness, your task, your purpose, your mission. If you were called back right now, what can you say about your life that you would feel proud of? What regrets would you have not having made or done? Look, we got the Magician at the bottom of the deck right now. Libra energy right here. That's karma. That's justice. Well, I say karma, it's justice. Libra rules over justice, but Libra, the whole collective, is in South Node in Libra right now, which indicates karma, right? What are we creating? What karma are we investing in? Karma's not bad. It's a cause and effect. What karma are we investing in? Is it going to be divine's karma? Is it divine? Are we trusting and aligning with our soul? That's what conscious love is about. Look at that. We have the King of Swords in reverse with the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay? So I'm seeing this as not being afraid. Don't go back on your word. It means be impeccable with your word. Trust in your truth with this light blue energy here, with your throat chakra and the sun around it. That's your truth, your joy. Okay? Your truth, this is your truth. Your truth is that you deserve abundance, prosperity, love, pure, conscious, authentic, mature, respectful union with yourself and with partners around you is what I'm hearing. Partners, so that could be in romance, that could be in career, employment. It doesn't matter if you are making money with the person or making love with the person. You deserve a respectful and equal partnership. Your high heart, look, both of these are the heart chakra right here. The high heart chakra, your ecstatic bliss. And then you have the green of the heart chakra of unfurling back to love with the Four of Wands here. Really beautiful, okay? I don't even know. Speak that truth. Yeah. I'm hearing speak that truth from the heart, from your highest version of your heart. If you are investing in, or I'm hearing if you have what are you saying, Spirit? If you have a romantic partner in mind, or if you are manifesting romance in your conscious love journey, you still have to invest in you first. You still have to invest in you first. You still have to make a new contract to decide that you're going to show up and be the highest, best, healthiest version of yourself, is what I'm hearing. Don't go back on your word. Don't go back on your word, on your truth, on the soul contract that is divinely oriented with you. You have to remember, it's not about finding a partner either. It's about aligning with the highest frequency of love, attracting by becoming the person that you would want to date. Become the person that you would want to date. Would your partner want to date you? If you looked in the mirror and you can't love yourself because you're not investing in yourself, why would anyone else invest in you? It's not about them filling your cup for you. It's about you investing in you so you can live your life to the highest, to the fullest. Interesting, because look, Spirit says you are a star seed here at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Yes, you are a star. You are a star. You are here to do star work. Whether that is truly living in stardom as a superstar, or if it's even being at the top of your company, at the top of your game, whatever it is that you're doing, it doesn't matter whether a million people know your name, or your name is in lights, or you're touring the world, or if you are just, let's say, a school teacher. I'm hearing for some, not just a school teacher, but let's say you are, or maybe you are a nurse, or a nanny. I just heard, even, right? Maybe you are a customer service representative. Maybe you're a trash man or woman, or a male person delivering. It doesn't matter what you're doing, okay? And I don't think I have the book out here. One of the books that I have, Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. He talks about your first purpose, your your first primary purpose of life is to be consciously present in all that you do, because as a starseed, as a light worker, you are bringing light into this world, and it doesn't matter how you are doing it. It doesn't matter what you are doing. It's about how you bring your light into it. So even if you are just, talking to people every day because you're in a call center, or you work at a retail shop, or you are a server at a restaurant, or if you are changing diapers every day, it doesn't matter. Your work, your bliss is to be harmonious. I'm not saying to settle, right? Spirit's not saying to settle. Spirit is saying to invest in your highest purpose, in your highest self, in your highest mission. But it's also meaning to come into this work with the gratitude and the presence of joy in all that you do, no matter what it is that you're doing. That's your primary purpose. Your secondary purpose is to align with the action that you are doing to make sure that it is truly harmonious with your soul purpose, with the starseed that you are. So I think it's interesting because I'm being called before I pull see what this message is here because of the Two of Cups of talking about if this is kind of if you are wanting to live harmoniously in bliss, and that bliss feels to you that romance and love with a partner, a divine partner, is part of that journey, because a part of the some of the download in that I was having, that I was journaling as well around conscious love, goes into meeting our divine counterpart. So I'm going to read that real fast. I'm being called to. When we meet our divine counterpart, our twin flame per se, we are actually being met with a human carnation of our very soul. That's why the bond is so strong. You've been one soul in two bodies, possibly for lifetimes, with the mission to come back together in conscious love. Soul recognition is when you discover who you are to each other, in each other. This journey isn't about the other, it's about becoming the fullness of who you are and shining as brightly on the world as possible. Coming together with your divine counterpart may or may not come into fruition depending on your missions. That's why it's not the point. The divine counterpart is to awaken you back to your soul purpose and mission. And so it's interesting because personally, right, it's easy for our human ego mind to attach on the idea of partnership, of a partnership having to look a certain way. But when you fully recognize who the person is to you, when soul recognizes soul, when your soul recognizes their soul, and I'm doing air parentheses or whatever they're called, bunny ears, because quotations, air quotations, because it's not you're not two separate souls. You're one soul. So it's easy, we say my soul recognizes your soul, but really it's soul recognizing soul. The only chance you could per se, you could use that word loosely though, that you have of coming together on earth as it is in heaven is to align with the highest version of yourself and truly show up in this world at your best. It's time to live intentionally, on purpose, in conscious love. You may have to heal wounds that you didn't even know that you had from past lifetimes so that you can begin merging with your highest timeline. I have had to purify in ways I've never thought I could, from sex and lust and alcohol and codependency. I have had to overcome fears of lack, loss, and failure. I have had to work through rejection and abandonment issues, mother and father pain body woundings, friendship betrayal, my own guilt and shame for the pain that I've caused. But conscious love is about becoming divine love. Many twin flames don't come into permanent union physically because this journey is so difficult to shed the ego of its unhealthy habits and stand up against status quo or society's expectations. Doing soul mission work isn't always the traditional path. Usually, it's very spiritually inclined and moves us out of the matrix. You see, with the judgment, how they're like zombies coming out from the casket, being right, being called to raise, to rise again, to live anew. Of course, there will be backlash because the Matrix wants us to remain oblivious so that we can remain controlled. It is a certain level, it takes a certain level of courage and strength and faith to embark on the road to conscious love. That's what this soul cleansing journey is for. That's why we are here, to show up in our truth as star seeds that we are. Mm. The Akashic Records. Beautiful. Spirit says, wow, how powerful is that? This deck itself is called the Starseed Akashic Record Tarot, which, so I love that we just had the Starseed come out. The Akashic Record Spirit says, living harmoniously in bliss and conscious love, you need to tap into your Akashic Record so that you can know who you are, Starseed, so that you can know your purpose. It's all within you. The answers are within you, not in the tarot. These are just pulling the energy of what is, but the answers are within you. Because look, at the bottom of the deck, when you tap into your divine intelligence, universal intelligence beneath the surface of our bodies, my song Epiphany Dreams keeps coming through today. Let them be surprised by our sources of forces to do good work for the sake of the universe's purposes. When you invest in your highest timeline, when you invest in becoming the person that you, the divine soul mate that you seek, look at that. 10 of Cups, Spirit says. You will reach your full fulfillment, your happily ever after, your biggest desires and dreams and hopes. You will live your life in abundance. You have to allow yourself to transform by investing first within you. Follow that bliss, follow that heart. That all of the planets right now are assisting us, supporting us to reflect on that, so that when judgment day comes, we will rise. to the call. Look, God is calling you, equipping you, preparing you according to his purpose. Answer the call. I got this at a retreat that I went to like years ago. Trust. These are the affirmations that we're going to show today. I can change the world, and I am prepared to succeed. I am prepared. When you invest in yourself, remind yourself, I am prepared to succeed. Okay? This is that energy. I have all that I need to succeed. This Hierophant, to live larger than life. Yeah, really beautiful. We're going to keep these out. So, sorry if this is a little bit longer. Sorry if you're trying to stretch my legs. I don't know if you saw my foot on camera, my bad. But Spirit, let's see what Lemuria has to say before we close out about this beautiful day of living harmoniously in our bliss, in conscious love. Look, the blueprints, new blueprints. Number 38. 3 or 8 might be a life path number, or 38 reducing to 11 of ascension. You see how this butterfly, kind of moth butterfly, is shifting the frequency of transformation. Lemuria said, you are awakening to new contracts, new blueprints, new love, soul love. The Two of Cups is also about the contract that your souls chose, said yes to when you entered this earth. So then we have the sacral chakra under that was in reverse, which everything else is upright, other than this final third eye chakra at the top of the deck. So interesting that we have these chakras, sacral and third eye, in reverse. So maybe we need to do some sacral and third eye chakra healing, clearing. If you would like to, that might invite you, if you feel called, to take a look at my chakra healing series that I have on my daily divine messages. There's a playlist on my channel. I'll link it in the descriptions. For the sacral and the third eye, there might be some messages that may help us as we're cultivating our creation, the core of creation, and pineal perspective, awakening to the third eye, to the Akashic records, to the divine intelligence, trusting. Sacral chakra is also around creation, but also around allowing yourself, trusting that you deserve abundance and pleasures and beauties. So maybe the reason why they're in reverse is because we need to expand. Remember from that download, we need to expand our mentality, our perspective on what we have to offer to this world and what we are worthy of investing in ourselves. And that, again, you might be investing $10,000 right now, but that's for a $100,000 return. Let's just say it's for, no, Spirit said, no, you are investing $10,000 for $1 million return. Just remember that. So, because you are worthy of this new blueprint that you are calling into, that you are transforming into. Really beautiful. And it says, and I just saw the heart chakra unfurling back to love. And then we have loving compassion here. Invest, okay? Living harmoniously in your bliss and conscious love is to have loving compassion for yourself, for this journey. That's why it's important that you still take baths. Well, that was a message for some. That was a message for me because I love baths too. But Spirit said that's why it's important. If you are a bath taker, take baths. Get in water. Water is about reflecting, healing, cleansing, purifying. That's why it is important to take baths. Get some Epsom salt so that you can purify your aura. Maybe you need to and again, living harmoniously can be a little task or a big task. It can be a small gesture or large gesture. It can be a small investment or large investment. It doesn't matter the size that we think is small or large, because if you're investing divinely in yourself, then it is automatically large. It is automatically worthy. It is automatically divine. So the next steps I'm hearing for the four agreements, let's take a look. All right, right at the top, communicate with clarity. Don't make assumptions. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. If all humans would communicate with impeccability of the word, all of our relationships would change. There would be no wars, no violence, no misunderstandings. Okay? Communicate clearly with clarity. That's our next step that we can take here. Communicate with yourself clearly, with clarity, is what I'm hearing as well. Let spirit speak to you, because spirit is communicating, so that you can tap into that akashic knowledge of your soul mission, purpose here on earth, so that you can leave this earth plane being fulfilled with this divine, beautiful soul contract that you came to this earth and to endure. Really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Top of the deck says surrender and let go of the past. Always do your best. And oh my God, do you see how I love this card, because you have this little like flame at the bot in her third eye, right? The flame in her third eye with these two little twin lovebirds. That twin flame right there. Surrender and let go. That's so funny. Let go of the past. Always do your best to let go of the past, of the competition, of your past mistakes and failures that you have invested in before. Maybe you have tried to invest in your career, your new business, or whatever. Spirit says it's a new day, it's a new dawn. Have loving compassion with yourself, surrender, and let it go. Try again. Try again. Let go of the past. Yeah, really beautiful. Wow. We have some new beginnings here that is really, really powerful. This Lionsgate portal is really absolutely making sure that if we allow ourselves to tap into the new blueprints that is made for us, that our soul is designed for our soul, so then we are going to live a beautifully abundant, larger than life, fulfilled life. Just trust yourself. Trust yourself, beautiful star seeds. Ah, I love this reading. Okay, I hope this helps. I hope you like this reading as well. If you haven't already done so, feel free to like this video. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me. and for tuning in. I will go back and read the messages. I am not participating in the chat live, but I do see that there is some beautiful live conversation. So I appreciate that. I'm going to, I can't wait to take a look. And if you haven't already done so, feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you can know whenever I go live. And yeah, I have an August promotion right now going on for those who would like to book a personal reading with me. If it's your first time booking a reading with me, it will be complimentary. I'll do a pre-recorded 3-card reading pulling of what your heart is asking. So just reach out with your question of choice that you would like spirit to touch on. If you want to go a little bit deeper into this conversation that we had today, absolutely, it can be whatever's on your heart. If you have already booked with me, I have a promotion right now through the month of August as well for the 8/8 portal that your a full tea and tarot reading for you in person if you're in my area or live over Zoom. You'll get a 1 ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea of my making from my Femrims apothecary, the mango ginger yerba mate, as well as your full tea or full tarot intuitive channeling. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can email me at femrims811@gmail.com, or you can message me on my social media, following me on Instagram or TikTok at Princess Leah 888. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, peace and love. Namaste. Bye.